Oh, hello. I can't I can't tell you how jazzed I am to be here on this channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's tuning in, and welcome to our first ever TransCon, a 3-day event where trans folks, that would be us, raise money for the Trans Lifeline, which is an organization run by and for trans folks who provide trans peer support. Our donation goal, uh, I believe, was 2,000, smashed, is 3,000 now. And you can type !donate in the chat anytime you want to get a link to where you can donate to our campaign and support us. There's a ton of giveaways today, so watch the chat. You'll see when those come up. Now let's see. That goal was smashed already. We are now at $2,290 of our $3,000 goal. Can we try to hit, what do you think? What do you think we can hit? I don't want to be too presumptuous, but 2,500? I think we could hit 2,500 by the end of this game.
People
Like,
presume a lot about us all the time. We can shoot higher.
we can't. You're gonna just continue to come for my neck like that. Yes. we we can
Yes,
do
the
this.
answer is yes.
I believe that we can do this. Before we get started with our game, I would like to introduce the absolutely stellar people who are playing with me here tonight. And I'm going to go in order on the overlay. So that means I'm going to start with Candace. Candace, can you introduce yourself to everybody? Tell them how wonderful and amazing you are.
Hi, I'm Candace. You might have seen me around the internet as Candace Magnificent. My pronouns are they, she. I am playing a little sweetie named Mim Alderwood, also they, she, today in this fantastic game. And I'm super excited to play with everybody. I have been skulking around everyone here's profiles for some time. So it's very
Great.
nice to
Good.
see everyone.
And Max.
Hello, I am Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. I use he, they pronouns, and in this game, I am playing Bram, who uses the reversive by pronouns they, he, and is a crow and a librarian.
Oh my God.
A weirdo, yeah.
Incredible. Angela, my love.
Hello there, lovely people. My name is Angela Musmogrejo. I use she, her pronouns, and I am here as no, because it's a trans group. I don't feel like this is odd to say. At least one of your very openly autistic and trans folks here, ready to provide some chaos and/or laughs for, if for no one else, at least Dylan. And I will be playing Alicia. Double checking my name here. Alicia Ramirez, goes by Ali, who is a very openly autistic raccoon.
Absolutely incredible. Reese.
Oh, hi. I'm Ruiz on Twitter at Kukucheru, Kukuxeru. I am playing Reyes Ramos, a former hunky boy band member turned trans woman folk singer. Who is also a seagull in her off hours. Excited to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. Gremlin. Oh, you're muted,
Hey,
my love. There you go.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn. Gremlin art pretty much everywhere. She, they, and today I am playing Grace Yoon, also she, they, a overtired, overcaffeinated pigeon person baker.
Absolutely wonderful, fantastic, phenomenal. And I am Dylan, or Super Dylan everywhere on the internet. Please use she, he, and they pronouns for me when you talk about me behind my back. I am extremely excited to play this game. We're going to be playing something called Critters in Concrete, which is a game that was made for the game jam, Winter Werewolves game jam, a couple months ago. It is using the Lasers and Feelings 2-stat system, and it's really cute. You'll hopefully get a feel for it. So, I think it's time to jump in. I think we're gonna do this game. Do those donations and help us out, but also hopefully have a good time. Oh, my little critters. It is the afternoon in not New York City, but kind of New York City, Mystery City. And you all do have jobs, as you've kind of stated already in your introductions. At those jobs, do you work during the day, or are you somewhere else? Where would you be on like a typical, let's call it a Wednesday afternoon? Anyone who has a thought about where they'd be, please feel free to jump on in.
I think that Mim would be in the park,
Okay.
people watching, in their squirrel form, just
Mm.
jumping from treetop to treetop, being an absolute menace to the dogs being walked in their vicinity, because they mostly work at night. So
Okay.
unless they have plans, they're in squirrel form.
Got it. People watching in squirrel form sounds I'm kind of jealous.
Right?
Truth be told. What about anybody else? Where would you be? What are you up to?
I think at least Allie would also be in the park, but she's for very different reasons. Because all I put her down was an artist. I didn't specify the type of artist for her. I'm gonna say she's a manga writer. So I think she's getting plot lines for manga by going to a park and being in a raccoon form and just hiding out spots. And I think she has actually found a small little notebook that she's writing in. So I think it's like a very weird, one of those weird things that like she can do, because it's like, yeah, that's not that weird in New York. It's just a random raccoon writing in a journal somewhere in a park. That sounds about
Someone's
right.
filming a TikTok across from the
It's-
sidewalk and is like, is this real? Are we seeing this right now?
She waves over in the middle of the TikTok and then she scurries away because she's actually kind of skittish around people. But this is one of the few ways she learns how to interact with people, by not interacting in vicinity of them.
Very important. You scurry away. Do you take the notebook or is it left behind?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
good.
It is not left there. These
Very
are very
good
vital
choice.
notes.
Yeah. So you're watching for inspiration for your manga series. And Mim is just people watching for the entertainment. And I would like to see if you could both give me a concrete roll, because I think that is a very human thing to do, people watching. I don't think that's a thing that critters do. I think that's a people thing.
So I'm allowed to argue that I can roll with an additional die if I have expertise.
You certainly can.
So can I roll with an extra die, because it is my job to people watch and people listen as a bartender and as a squirrel?
Damn, you are a bartender. That's correct. Yes, I think yes, I think that is very, very agreeable. Please roll me with that extra die.
Yay.
I don't know if I can argue for the extra die by nature of this is literally what I need to do for my job to have actual
This is
things
your
to work
job.
with. So
This is your job. I think that's fair. Both of you, extra die.
That's expertise,
Go for it.
yes.
Yes.
So what am I trying to get?
You want to get over your concrete number.
Okay, and that's not a combined dice, it's one or the other die.
It is each die. So
Okay.
you want as many successes as you can get.
I have one success.
One success. Okay.
one success.
Equal. Okay. Okay. So Allie, as you scurry away, Mim, as you are watching, I think you both see something. It's not exactly like groundbreaking, but what you do see is you see a gentleman who is struggling on the sidewalk. He is very clearly nervous and like sweating and like very jittery. There is a tall, beautiful woman next to him who is holding his hand but not paying attention, and he's fiddling in his pocket. He's clearly trying to get ready to propose, and the man is just too nervous. He cannot get this ring box out of his pocket, and you are witnessing this man's struggle as it like intensifies as he's trying to make this moment work. She is looking off, distracted. She heard some TikToker talk about like this, raccoon that was writing in a diary, and she's like, "Did you hear what that guy said?" And is not paying attention. So far, his proposal, it does not seem to be going well. I will say, if you would like to do anything to intervene in any way, you may. You also may not. You are not under no obligation. None
I
whatsoever.
think that my character lives for that drama.
Yeah.
And is just gonna watch.
You're just watching.
I see no
Alright.
reason to assist or aid anyone in their situation.
What about you, Allie? What do you feel? How does this make you feel?
I think she's very conflicted because her natural tendency is to avoid people. However, seeing these two like come together would make for great inspiration for like a nice like Yuri relationship ending manga. So like
Yeah.
I think she actually is going to try and go up and like just pull on the dude, go where the pocket is that
Yeah.
has the ring, and then just hand it to him. Just sort of give the most blatant like, buddy, just do it.
Yeah.
It's just rip it off. Just do it already.
That's absolutely a critter roll, so I am gonna make you roll again. Just so
I
you're
don't
aware.
think this is any connections or anything. I think this is just the one.
This is just a critter
Critter.
roll. Let's see.
That is a one, which is under my number.
It is under your number, so that's one
Yep.
success. So you do get the ring out. You do have little raccoon hands. So you get the ring out. The pocket though comes with it. It's coming with it. You hand this Seymour Krellborn looking guy his ring box, but it is attached to his pocket. And he, in shock, like lets out a yelp. She turns, gets is gotten his attention. He didn't mean it. He was just screaming because a raccoon handed him a ring box and part of his own pants. But he made the sound. She turned around. She didn't expect to see him leaning down. There's a cute raccoon also next to him looking up. Like, she's like, "How did you plan this?" And she starts freaking out, fanning herself, and the proposal goes wonderfully. She says yes, of course. They kiss. It's magic. The park erupts. It's a beautiful little not New York, fake New York moment. Everybody loved it. You did it.
I forgot about the part where I wanted to scamper away, but I think this is infinitely better than I did.
It is. It is. It's way better with you there.
In my head, I did give you your raccoon self like big Disney raccoon eyes, like they were like just like
you know what?
giant and sparkling.
Like
I'm
Nico.
okay because I probably didn't get the best look at whoever his partner was initially. So there's probably a moment where she's kind of terrified, but then she sees the lady and she's like, "You have good taste." Like in her head, she's just, "You have very good taste."
Absolutely.
I think an acorn like beans you in your shoulder. And when you look up, Mim is in the tree, like, "Get out of the way. I'm trying to watch this."
Right.
You're in the way of Mim's stories. you can
It was
this is-
really good until you got here, and now it's a romantic comedy, and I hate that.
Oh.
It was next level tension a minute ago, and it was great. It was riveting. And now they're just happy?
We know a lot about Mim now, and I love that so much. Where would anybody else be during the day, random weekday? Where are we at? Yes.
Bram is a librarian by day. The New York or the not New York Public Library is open 10 to
Perfect.
5 every day. So that's where they are. They are behind the counter, I think, currently fielding some kids who are there on a school trip trying to check out all of their books.
You know, kids in a library, the thing about that, there's like a decorum about libraries, and kids not really into it, not super great about the decorum. And they're causing quite a ruckus. Actually, there's the group of kids as a whole, fairly loud, ruckusful, but there's two kids in particular who are pulling pranks. They're trying to scare each other by like popping books out of the library so that the other kids think there's a ghost in the library, you know, like making the books fly off the shelf. You know, it's a whole little thing. Is that the kind of thing that just you vibe with, or is that something that Bram would interfere with?
Yeah, I don't think that that's something that Bram would particularly love. I think everyone has to learn eventually. It doesn't have to be a mean experience though. They go over. They're wearing about like 3 different patterns, and none of them match each other at all.
Perfect. Good.
And they kind of crouch down next to one of the kids who's like hiding to pull a prank. They say, "Do you know what would be great though?
What?
Instead of, you know, setting off a bottle rocket in the library, I can get you a book about real rockets, big rockets.
Can I set those off in the library?
If you can get your hands on one, go nuts."
I'm gonna need you to roll a concrete before I decide how this reaction goes.
That is fine by me. So I just get one die at baseline. Okay.
Yes, 1 die at baseline, but then if you want to add a connection, which I mean, you are a librarian, I do think this is very in line with your job. You could argue for a second die.
Okay. In which case I would love a second die.
Yeah, take it.
I rolled a 4 and a 6. I think those are both under my number because my number is at 2. Or they're both over my number because my number.
They're both over your
Yeah.
number. So that's 2. So you did very well. So you just like kind of okay, yeah, I guess like yeah, I guess rockets are cool. Like
I mean, I think rockets are really cool. And I start walking the kid over to the section where these books would be. You know, that there are people that actually get to make big giant rockets, and that's their whole job. Like, you could go to school, and school could just be about rockets for you when you're like my age.
what, like 100? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, but I guess that could be cool, I guess. Like, I bet like other people think it's cool when
Oh.
you're a guy that works on rockets, right?
Other people think that you're super cool, and sometimes they even give you medals and stuff. And I hand them a book.
Takes it and is like, and like puts it in his backpack. Thanks. Yeah. And then like it's like whatever, and like scampers off to his friends. But then like turns around at the end and is like gives you a little wave. Yeah. That young man later walked on the moon. That
Yeah. Support the public library.
He choked on nothing.
Anybody else? Where would we be? Where would we be in this afternoon? This lovely afternoon.
I think Reyes is currently doing a little concert for some wine moms in the park. They all have like blankets and stuff and like big picnic baskets. They did not bring any food in them.
Yeah.
Just bottles and glasses. Yeah, she's like doing like acoustic covers of stuff her band performed back in the day. The band, of course, Lone Wolves with a Z. Not wolves with a V, wolves with an F.
I love that. I think that's so good.
And she's like very subtly sneaking in like some of her like original tracks in between, the hits.
Mm-hmm.
She's got like a little stack of like CDs she burned herself right next to her. And it's just having a good time.
A couple, a very, very tall, very posh looking lady and a short kind of dweeby looking guy with a hole in his pocket comes up to you and the lady like kind of waits for you to have a lull like between songs, and she comes over to you and is like, hi, i'm
Hi.
I'm so sorry to bother you. Your music was lovely. Also, it happened to be playing when we got engaged. So we'd like to buy a few copies of your CD if that's
Oh,
okay.
sure. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, she just grabs like 5. They're in like little like cheap little like folded up paper that she printed out herself at the library. Yeah, she just hands them a couple. Uh, uh, sign signs them, even if they don't ask. That way, they might be worth something at some point. Oh, that's great. Yeah, that's great.
Are you famous?
With the right crowd, yeah.
Well, I don't know what your rates are, but would you maybe play at our engagement party?
Love a good party. Yes. Uh, here's my card. I think I have cards. And she just like pulls out like she has business cards, but they're in like an old tarot card box. She just hands them a giant business card.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They take them. Our Seymour Krellborn takes them and is putting them, stuffing them into his pocket. But then they fall right out, and he has to pick them back up again and put them into the other pocket. And they exchange information with you, and she says, "Well, thank you so much. You've just been a very important part of our lives. So thank you."
Yeah. Happy to do it. Did your fiance get crittered? The whole yeah, this part of town.
Oh, what do you mean? There was a raccoon. I thought that he
Yeah.
I thought what did do
Don't,
raccoons?
don't worry about it. She's a sweetheart. She was just trying to help.
Oh. I would like you to make a concrete roll because that was a peculiar thing that you just said, and I want to
Sure.
see how she takes that piece of information.
I have a thought to add, Dylan. If it goes wrong, it can give you something to work with. If it goes
Okay,
wrong.
let's see if it goes wrong. I'm calling your name.
It'll be fine.
It'll
Fine.
be fine.
Okay. Concrete. So my number's a 3, so I need a 4, 5, 6.
Dang. Okay.
Is it 4? Success.
Ah! All right. 1, but there's a complication. Angela, is what you were thinking something like disastrous, or do you have maybe a possible complication for me?
No, Allie's just come by and you just see her just somewhere on a bench nearby, just writing in the notes because there's now music attached to this. She's like, I have a whole scene I can jot down for this. I have a soundtrack I can have while I'm writing this. So she's kind of in view while this is happening. So
Yeah.
she's just sort of over here and she's waving.
I think what happens is that the fiance, the lady, is like, oh, I guess that's right. It's a park. Of course, it's normal for there to be little critters about. And the guy is staring past, is like, oh my God, like this raccoon is real. And like still has a piece in my pocket. So the two of them are a little divided on that. What about Grace? Where's Grace? Where's dear Grace in the daytime?
The early afternoon, so her bakery shift is over, and she has taken. It is a day where she has taken the bread that will be thrown away. She has put it into a little satchel and has gone to the park and is just doing odd things like putting a muffin in the bush, climbing a tree, and kind of like leaving pieces of bread.
Are you leaving those pieces of bread in the hopes that they will be like found by other critters? Or
Yep.
Yep, like so you're like just leaving a food stash. You're like hosting a food bank essentially. You're like leaving little okay. Cool. What I would like so what happens is you are doing this public service, really. You're leaving this food out for other critters to get. When you see a gentleman kind of saunter by, it's got a black bag in one hand and a pole with a sharp little needle at the end on the other, and it's like stabbing little pieces of who's it what's it's as he goes by, and stumbles upon one of your bushes with a big juicy muffin in it. And is about to like dig on in there and start cleaning up your stash.
Oh, I think she gets flustered. She's like, oh no, that's supposed to be there. That's supposed to be there.
Are you in human? You're in human form right
Yes,
now.
yes.
Okay,
This
perfect.
is.
I know. I think you had said that, but I needed to know.
Although she does look like it's like if you're out of like a group of people, it's like which person looks like they could turn to a bitch. It is definitely Grace.
Yeah. Of course. So you look like a person who would be described as a pigeon by a friend group. So you go up and try to stop him. Hey, I'm just doing my job here.
Oh no, that's not trash. That's not trash. That's just a piece of food.
It's an
They
old
don't want it. It'll
muffin.
just someone will take it. Someone will eat it.
Are you taking it? You're free to take it.
Yes. She'll hold it.
Whatever you like. Can't stop you, I guess. But we take litter seriously here. It's
Oh, absolutely. I make
don't
sure
want
to
all
take
these
off.
critters to take over.
Yeah, I make sure to take off the little muffin wrapper. Just they don't like that. It gets everywhere. They can sometimes choke on it.
Who's they? What are you talking about?
Friends.
Okay.
I think she realized like, oh
and
no.
I would like you to make a concrete roll to survive this interaction. Let's see.
Oh no. I think she does that thing. She like You know, in Studio Ghibli movies, when someone gets like really their hair kind of like puffs up, I think she's starting to do that a little bit. Like, oh no, I've
Yeah,
gotten into
like
a
a
conversation I don't
pigeon.
want.
Yeah. What did you do? Lynn?
Two.
Two?
It is not. I did not
It's-
make the concrete roll.
He did not. He's like, I'm sorry. There's friends now. There's friends who are involved with leaving food all over the park. Is that why I keep finding donuts and bagels and muffins and shit all over the place? Is that because I got a job to do? It's not like my favorite, but like I still gotta pick everything up. It's like kind of a pain in the butt. Are you like
Can I like she'll like look when that person says that, like she's gonna just kind of like try and look inside the garbage bag, see if she can see like the donuts and stuff like that. It's like,
yeah, it's like just all like full, like untouched donuts, like bagels and stuff that have not even been bit. I thought it was kind of weird. Like who throws out full of donuts?
I mean, it's a scavenger hunt thing. Yes.
I would like you to give me one more roll. I am going to give you an extra die on the second one because he was a frat guy back in the day. Did tons of scavenger hunts. Love scavenger hunts. Let's see if we can get him a little.
Okay, I got a 6. One of them was a 6.
Okay. 6 is good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. A scavenger hunt. All right. So your buddies are like trying to find all the food, and you gotta go. It's like a contest. What do you win? What do you get? What do you get if you win? Because I mean, not for nothing. I found like all of them. Right? Like I found like every single one.
Beer.
I love beer. That's crazy. Oh my god, it's like so wild that we met.
Yep.
All right. I'm not gonna like make you take me out for a beer or anything. Cause I didn't know we was playing. But like next time, just like if you see me, let me know. I'll play intentionally. I would love to win some beer. I'm like really good at scavenger hunts. Also, if you want somebody to like hide better stuff, because like donuts and stuff is cool, but like we could like hide cool stuff. Like and like everywhere. Anyway, I haven't done a scavenger hunt forever. So yeah. Take my number. He hands you a business card that says Jake Nolte, garbage pickup and DJ, and has his number at the bottom. And
You hurt me so bad, Dylan, with that statement.
Yeah.
Because I know someone who was a doula and a DJ.
I love that person. You tell them for me.
Grace is just nodding,
think
like she is very confused. Like this is not. It's like, yeah. Holds it just like,
GM, quick question.
Yes, anything.
Presuming this is the same park that
Yeah.
most of this is taking
There's only
place
one
in.
park in New York, fake New York.
There's only one park.
Yeah.
One of my connections is indie musicians. Do I know this guy?
Oh my god, of course you do. Of course you do. Of course. Easy. Yeah.
During this like very awkward moment, just like a hand comes out on Jake's shoulders, like, Trashy, how you doing, bud?
Oh my gosh. Oh, you the guitar, right?
Yeah.
With the strings.
Yeah,
strumming.
usually the strings. Sometimes it's
Yeah.
7. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man. Actually I didn't get your name. But this is
Reyes.
and my new friend here, who is, I mean, scavenger hunt mastermind, has been tricking me for like weeks into thinking that people were throwing out full pastries for fun. Absolutely incredible. What was your name again? I'm sorry. I don't think I got it.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, great name. I love a Jennifer. Anyway, Jennifer and I are gonna be doing scavenger hunts all over the city now.
I think her expression
okay,
has
that's
gotten like
fun.
a little more angry when she realized that's where my food's been going. This asshole has taken
That's
all my
fun.
stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, assuming not to presume too much, but there can only be so many transgender shapeshifters in fake New York.
Yeah.
So maybe at the very least, like I recognize Grace. It was like,
Oh,
oh, I know what
absolutely.
I
Yeah.
know
I think
what they are.
there's that
Yeah.
there is that like the eye locking moment. It's like
Yeah.
can
It's
you
like it's the
can you help?
equivalent of the POC head nod when you're
Yeah.
like on a bus surrounded
Mhm.
by white people and you're just like hey, I know you're probably pretty busy. What I heard there's a club not far from here that's hiring for a new DJ. But like the manager's gonna leave in like 20 minutes. So you gotta get there quick. How about you let me take that trash bag out for you and you run down and get your name in there?
Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
No.
They're hiring?
Tell them Rhea sent you. I know the manager. All right.
He like takes off his reflective vest and throws it at you and like runs.
Gotcha, bud.
And like is like, all right, I'll see you at the scavenger hunt. Donuts, and like runs.
Bye.
And yeah, and is out.
Donuts. Just holding up the
I think-
bag victoriously.
I think she'll like, oh, thanks. You
Sure.
know that thief? I was wondering who was
Zach.
taking all of the food. The crows are not
Yeah.
happy. The crows expect some things and they don't get it. Sometimes they get upset.
Yeah, the crows. Yeah. I usually won't run with the pigeons. They're a chiller crowd.
I mean, the crows are nice. It's just
Oh yeah.
I like to bring them stuff, and if they're not, it's disappointing when they don't have it. You know. Now I'm gonna have to find I now have to hide it faster. Maybe if I climb up the trees, maybe you won't find it this time.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I can give you a hand if you need
Oh,
it.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. How's the singing going today?
It was nice. It was nice. Um apparently one of us helped with the marriage proposal.
Oh,
Uh
ooh.
yeah. You know. We have our ways, you know.
Hmm.
Okay, how about I do a quick change and help you drop some of these off in the trees.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Actually, here. She'll open up the bag like anything. There's still. I just started. So if there's anything you want.
Oh, I'm good for now. I'm good for now. She does like reach in and grab a bear claw.
I mean,
and then
if you
like
come into the bakery, I'll coffee, sandwich, anything like that. But thank you.
sounds great. She's just gonna head into a bathroom, hopefully one with an open window, and turn into a seagull.
Perfect. Great, of course.
Oh, the sandwich.
Time. It is dusk. And upon nightfall, every Wednesday, it is transgender critter shifters hangout time at the shifter club. All of the critters have, I mean, it's not like mandatory or anything, there's no like law about it, but everybody's invited every night to come and like just exist in whichever form you feel the happiest in. So it's like if you like being a human and like just chilling out, if you like being in your shifted form and you like chilling out, if you like to just kind of pop in and out of your form all night, you're good to do that. It's just a place where everybody can just sort of be in whichever one they're comfortable in for the night. There's some, cocktails and snacks of different varieties. There's like a little bug buffet, there's donuts and coffee. It's a little bit of everything for everyone. And what it is it's basically like an old like abandoned warehouse that just has never been decommissioned and no one ever checks. So that's just where that is. So you are all able to, unless for some reason you would not like to go, but you are all able to go as soon as nightfall comes to this kind of cool cozy hangout. Allie, I see you. What do you what my dear?
I'm not allowed to even have mild motion. Dylan's watching me like a hawk.
I know, I see you.
Or actually, they're watching me like a werewolf is more appropriate when it's Dylan. That's actually who's
That's
Dylan's
correct,
watching
yes.
me is.
Yes.
I was actually gonna see if I don't know when Bram gets off of work. Get off at 5. I think probably if you're okay with this idea, Bram, I think Allie, if she knows you, is like waiting outside of work with you, and she has like a little like she has the like bakery boxes where like you keep pastries in, but I think it's just one she's kind of saved from previous times she's gone to a bakery because she doesn't understand fully how gift giving works entirely, but she's gotten like some of the extra like donut pastries that Grace was leaving out, and then also some fresh ones because she didn't know what Bram's preference would be if they would want old ones or new ones, so she just got both. So she's just like waiting outside for Bram to get out of work and be to like have a buddy to walk over, because I think she's pretty sure she doesn't want anyone going alone.
I think that the two of them definitely would have become friends upon the need for trinkets, because like Bram's like other usual hangout is an antique store that's nearby because he loves just collecting every single little thing, and so they are expecting you when they come out. Goes, oh, you're always right on time. I had a and
Is that bad? Is that a bad thing to do? Should I be
no,
late? Is
no,
that...
no, it's a good thing.
I know a lot of people tell me queer time is a thing. I've never really processed it. It just looks like being really late all the time, and I didn't know whether that was separate from just being late. I don't. Is this a thing?
Why would you be late on purpose?
I don't know, but a lot of people do it, and I was also raised to like it's good to be there on time or be there early. I don't, but also I'm not good with queer stuff. I'm still getting used. She's very flustered the
It's
entire
okay.
time she's saying this, and she stops talking, but she just hands out the box. She's like, "I got you this.
I'll trade you." And they finally find it's just like kind of one of like those mesh baggies, and it's filled with different things they've picked up that they think that you might like. There's like a pretty like piece that's like the inside piece of a watch, but not like a full watch in there. There are a few stray like trading card game cards, and there is like a metal fidget toy, and they will tradesies you. And as you start walking towards the hangout, start looking through the box and finds like one of those like cinnamon twisty bars and takes it out and starts to munch on it.
Yeah, she's like looking through all this stuff. She's like so happy because part of the reason I think she likes sharing drinks with you is that she uses it as inspiration for a lot of her Yuri romance stuff that she writes. Just like, oh, this is a weird thing that like they share with each other, and like she looks at the trading cards. She's like, oh, it says, oh, these are really pretty mermaids. It even says Tearlaments on it, and then she like looks on the back, and there's just like an angry note written, "This ruined the meta." and it's just she's like she doesn't understand what any of this means, but she just like keeps it. She's like, well, it's pretty artwork, so maybe I could make the next character like have maybe I could make it a mermaid setting of some kind.
I don't think that you
And
can really go wrong with pretty girls.
no, I mean, if she goes on the start of a thread that she's like, I mean, I'm sure you would also like make like a very pretty girl and such, and she's like, and then she like realizes what she's just said, and then she stops and she just carries on, and she's like, nope, gonna ignore that, nope, not even gonna broach that subject. You look
And they
very
say,
nice, by
you
the way.
know, I'm not a woman, but historically I was one at one point. And they open the
It's-
door for you and say, after you, my friend.
is she just there's just I think sometimes her eye makeup, she occasionally does like a raccoon like style like makeup to her eyes. The
Love
parts
that.
that are white are now bright red from blushing.
Oh, I love that so much. Inside of our little hangout spot, they have like set this up for like multiple different interests and groups. It is intentionally made for people who are sometimes critters, sometimes humans to hang out. There's like couches and stuff, but there's also like a couple of garbage piles like that are just like neatly set up like somewhere in the corner. So like if you just want to like, you know, play around in some trash, you could play around in some trash. There's a trinkets table for the shiny things lovers. There's lots of shiny pieces of glass and little like rings and coins and all kinds of little shiny things like just on a table in a pile. And like you actually see like one a lady walk in and she just like dumps a bag of stuff and it's like that was my week. Everybody enjoy. And like dumps out a bunch of shiny stuff. And there's no like it's not like a meeting or anything like that. It's just vibes. There's music playing, some like not music necessarily, but like ambient sound like kind of playing over a couple of speakers. Um and yeah, it's just kind of a vibe for a little bit. Does anybody want to like you're all here. Would you like to engage with each other, hang out a little bit, you know, in the event before we move forward?
I know Ali immediately is like going over to Mim
Mhm.
and being like, so
Hey.
did you see what happened?
I watched all of that today. Mim is in their human form behind the bar and has an assortment of like
Cool.
of cups and stuff back there. There's like teeny tiny Barbie mugs all the way up to like smallish shot glasses and then
Hell
like
yeah.
regular size like human barware as well, and they're like mixing stuff like, what can I get you? Yeah, I saw all that today. It was pandemonium. I confess I ate some of those treats. It wasn't just that asshole. It was me. I had
Oh,
an inclinator.
I got hungry some of the time too.
Okay.
When you watch people for a bunch of hours to get inspiration, you get hungry, and a gal sometimes doesn't have money, you know, spent on stuff.
You get it. You get it. Hey, this one's on me. What are you drinking?
Okay, so this is a bit of a weird one, but do you have a means to make hot chocolate, and do you have Kahlua?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Give me a minute.
Uh, I'll take that.
They have
She go.
No,
You
no,
go.
go ahead.
No, she all she was gonna do is she's like, so, I don't actually. Could you make sure to watch my limit on this? Because I'm not always sure. Because uh, I've had a couple before and it's been fine, but then I remember that there was a time I had about 4 or 5 like worth of shots and drinks, and I could still think clearly, but for some reason whenever I tried to move I had zigzag patterns happening, so I don't know whether or not I was in a good state or not. True story,
no.
actually. That is me when I drink. I
I
can
mean,
think very clearly what I do. I have no coordination left whatsoever.
it sounds like a
much-
party, especially if you have good friends. But if you'd like me to keep you to 2 to 3, I can do that.
I appreciate that. And I will also say she's like in her human form, she's like the daintiest little goth. Like I don't normally play like short ladies, but I think she's only
Oh,
like
cute.
5'4", 5'5". She has like really it would be a Barbie like outfit if it weren't just completely like dyed in black. It had the like lace up sides for the pants and everything. Like it's big goth
Cute.
vibes, but she looks like like she looks like if you took the word goth and then you drenched it for like several years in Barbie aesthetics.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. I get oh yeah, I absolutely get that.
That's a great look.
But
Mhm.
yeah, she's like, thanks. Okay, I'm gonna try and do better than I did last week. I'm gonna try and talk to 2 people this time besides you. I have talked one person last week. Well, who wasn't Bram. Bram's a special case. She
I'm in.
like sinks into herself like significantly.
I hand you the beverage. Mim in their human form is like 5'8", 5'9", so taller, and they like wearing like big platform shoes, like big like monster boots. And they have a kind of an old timey looking bartender outfit on with like the button down shirt, rolled up sleeves, and like a little cigarette pack around their upper bicep, but it has like candy cigarettes in it. And they have kind of shaved sides with kinky curly hair on top, like piled into like a big pompadour, red lipstick,
Yeah.
black liner.
Mhm.
And as they kind of hand you this drink, it's in like a really ornate like mug, and it's piping hot, but it's like a black like rococo looking mug that matches your outfit. Do you want me to call Reyes over here? Because I know Reyes because sometimes they perform here, and they do their whole show and everything. And if you're looking for people to talk to, they're pretty easy to talk to.
That would be really really great. Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah,
You
she's
just see
awesome.
her immediately trying down about half of the drink, and then she realizes about a quarter of the way through that was a bad decision.
No, take it slow. It's very hot. It's very hot.
You're very. Yeah, I'm aware you're very hot. Oh wait, you mean the hug, the mug.
Yes, yeah. I mean, thank you. But yes, I mean the mug. And they hand you a glass of ice water with a curly straw.
Like a plastic curly straw, is it going to start to melt in the heat of it?
It's a little in your ice water. They give you
Okay.
a separate
Okay,
cup.
I was like,
for burnt tongues.
I love this. Someone else take control of the situation before she steers herself into some sort of lesbian mistake.
I scan the crowd. I give a little wink to Allie, and I scan the crowd for Reyes.
We're in like an old warehouse, right?
There's like broken windows like up a couple stories above you. There's been lights hung, but they're all DIY, like kind of infrastructure here. It's all very like easy to tear away in the event of needing to hide the place. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think she comes down like the stairs behind the bar at this point, and like leans over the railing, and shouts down to Mim. She's like she's very tall. She was like in the like boy bands always have those like archetypes. She
Yes.
was like the hot one / the hunk. Like she was jacked. So now she's just like this like very like lean build, like 6'4". She's in like a like bright yellow sundress and like a nice little cardigan.
Oh my god.
With like sort of like shortcut like curly dark brown hair. She just leans over the railing and shouts over to Mims like, quiet room's ready for anyone overstimulated, you know.
Oh yeah, I got someone to send you right away. Hey,
Okay, cool. Yeah. You know, we have
Sweetheart.
the
I got a
brought some
place for you.
I brought some soundproofing from home. There's a switch in there, weighted blanket, you know.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean a light switch? Okay, got it.
Well, and a
I-
Nintendo Switch.
Well, I mean, you know, if
Oh,
I'm in
the
there,
other
there's other
kind.
kinds
Oh,
of switches
We're
too.
good.
I mean,
We're
you
all
know.
on the same page, Angela.
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
I'm glad that landed for
We're
somebody.
No, yeah, no. The Switch can't be in the room because now she's down the staircase. Anyway,
There's like a dust cloud where Allie was that's just zoomed into the room.
Yeah, like Charlie Brown style, like you were followed by the dust cloud.
Mhm.
And now there's just a very shaky raccoon currently sipping from a mug of hot chocolate
Oh.
Kahlua.
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
Reyes, I'm gonna need you to keep an eye on her because I gotta tell you that I made that human size. It's person size drink, and now she's not person size. So if you could please just keep an eye. I've got customers to serve.
I got you. We'll
Okay.
look out.
As the night is kind of, you know, vibing, it's kind of cozy. There are parts of this place that are cozy. There are parts of it that are lively. You know, there are times in which people are like dancing and drinking and having a good time. There's areas in which people are just kind of lounging on bits of thrown out furniture and just hanging out. And it goes on like this until a pigeon flies in one of the broken windows, slams down on the table, and the phone that is in their tiny little beak, we're not going to talk about the physics of that at all, but they drop it down on the table and start like tapping on it with the beak, like very insistently, until somebody takes notice and realizes that this pigeon is trying to show us something.
Can I get you a drink? Do you need it? Nope, not a drink.
Yeah, I'll
Tapping intensifies.
I'll come.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll come down the stairs and like come around and see what's on the screen.
I'm not good with this. I'm not good with this. I don't know.
It's
I
okay.
listen.
We got
I
it.
listen.
It's a YouTube video up, paused on a news announcement from local news source, and the pigeon kind of taps again until somebody presses play.
Yeah, turn the volume up. Press play. Yeah.
The video starts to play. Breaking news. Mayor of Fake New York has issued a decree. All of the invasive species of the city, pigeons, squirrels, raccoons, all must be evicted. Absolutely all must go. And we suspect that many are holed up in the old abandoned buildings down by the docks. Fake mayor of Fake New York has issued this decree. These buildings will be coming down by the end of the week. And in addition to that, no garbage is permitted within the walls of the city. That's right. No garbage is permitted within the walls of the city. The garbage is what keeps the squirrels, pigeons, rats, raccoons, etc. Here in Fake New York. And we just can't have that. So no more garbage and no more buildings on the docks. Decrees Fake Mayor Adams of New York, Fake New York. And the announcement ends. And the pigeon with his wings does one of these.
Adam Eriks, that bastard.
When they designed fake New York, they didn't really make anywhere to. Where do they think that the garbage will go?
Also,
No, go ahead.
pigeons were domesticated and then let loose by humans. They're not invasive at all.
It's not their
Neither
fault.
are raccoons.
No, like the
And
crowd is with
Fisher
you.
squirrel-
Like the
the-
crowd is
I
like,
can
yeah, like,
fly, bro.
I didn't, like I
I'm
didn't
not-
come here. Yeah, like yeah.
What about all the human garbage? That getting thrown out too? There's a lot of
How do you
human
enforce
garbage.
this? How do you enforce this?
I don't
But-
like it.
Where's the budget for? Okay, it's okay.
Couldn't they fix the trains?
Oh, sure. Sure, we can fix the trains. But no garbage. Outlaw garbage.
There's a big golden building. It's got tons of garbage inside. Tons.
And we're not talking about the people who work in those offices. We're talking about the caviar tins, the champagne bottles, whatever else fancy people do.
Should we be evacuating everyone and getting all of our stuff out of here? Like, what
Yeah,
if
I
crews are
think-
coming?
I mean, this is our
Yeah,
place.
look-
We shouldn't have to fucking leave.
We shouldn't have to leave, but if they have construction equipment and we're all, normal animals and people unarmed.
I think Mim changes, like they're like shaking, they're like pacing back and forth, and they have their little like towel over their shoulder. And as they're pacing, they just like shrink down into their little form, like they're really angry. And they're like, I'll fucking bite him. I got big teeth. I'll get him. You can't drive any contractor equipment if the shit is messed up, and I have strong teeth, and I can get rid of their hydraulic systems. I'll go for it.
Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
Everyone did outfits but me, so I want to note
Yes.
that Bram kind of like looks like they could disappear into the forest at any time. Like the Envy Green Manor clothes kind of
Sure.
vibe.
Yeah.
And so when they take on like an air of nervousness now, like you can see them going through a list of like all of the things that could go wrong in the next hour. They just like shrink into all of those layers of clothes.
The sirens, far away, but getting closer. You hear them. Something is approaching. I do believe we have a break scheduled for around now. I think this would be the perfect time to do that. Oh, hello, and we're back. And this is going so well. We are at $2,524 of the $3,000 goal. My personal goal for this episode was $2,500, but like, I guess I set it too low. I mean, we need to push for more. But because of that, we did get, as promised, an extra complication that's going to be thrown into the mix very shortly. Let's go back. So we're at our little hangout. Critters and humans hanging out, doing their thing at the end of the night. You see this announcement from Mayor Adams Eric, fake New York, is delivering this speech where it's time to get rid of the buildings on the docks and outlaw all garbage in fake New York, to get rid of all of these critters that they don't want anymore. And that includes almost everybody here. So we're, everybody's up in a huff and trying to figure out what to do when we hear the sirens coming down the street. Now, is there anything that any of you would like to do before they get closer?
I'm gonna pause the ambient music.
Okay.
Turn the speakers out.
Good idea. Very smart. Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off the YouTube video. 10 hours of lo-fi music to chill and shift to, and like take the mic. It looks exactly the same, but the like girl with the headphones occasionally turns into the cat on the windowsill and then back again.
Oh,
Anyway,
Oh,
Damn it. That's so good. That's so smart.
I just play the video
Mm-hmm.
through the sound system so everyone's on the same page.
Okay.
And let you so they're on their way now. So we need a game plan. I'm thinking either sabotage or we go threaten the mayor. That's what I got. Open to ideas.
I think Mim has changed back into their human form.
Okay.
And she's busying herself like tearing various scraps of cloth from like bar towels. She has like little sample sizes of alcohol and big bottles, and they're just clogging them like the little bits of like cloth in there, and like making a variety of sizes of Molotov cocktails for people to throw at this equipment.
Perfect. Great. Yes.
Some of them just
Amazing.
big enough that the birds can carry them in their
Uh-huh.
claws and just airdrop them.
Yeah.
Yes.
This being more of like an intrusive thought to Bram, he will lean to whichever one of their friends is closest to them. Maybe Allie, and just say, if they bring equipment, let me just peck their eyes out. If I'm in bird form, they can't arrest me because I'm bird.
I think she. Well, there's like three different responses at the same time. One, you can see there's the thought bubble happening of her going like, oh no, he's right next to me. Oh no, they're right next to me. Oh God, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? There's that thought happening. Outwardly, she takes another big gulp of the drink, which is bad because she's still in raccoon form.
Sure.
And then I think she just like in a very like quick string of statements just says, when the feelings of the machine have become odious and we are faced with a sense of oppression that makes you feeling like you are simply a cog or a piece of the piece of grime stuck in the middle of a machine, it becomes necessary in order to indulge in acts of civil unrest in order to establish one's liberty, one's sense of rights, and to remind people that such things as regards power are not a matter of just violence, but they're a matter of people power, and we're going to do great about it because we have more people than they have working with us, and also if we can get the folks who wanted to crush us to stop working, then they have already lost.
I would
Passes
like...
out. Oh no, she doesn't pass out. She falls down to the side, and then she turns back into a human.
I would like for Allie to make a concrete roll. No, I want Allie to make a critter roll. You're kind of you're rallying and speaking to your fellow critters. I think this is a critter roll to me. Yeah, you're connecting with everybody in this room on the things that you have in common and your togetherness. Yeah. Yeah.
She has a support group that is technically trans folks. There are other critters, but they're trans folks, so she probably would know what the right way of intonation and such phrasing.
Take
Could I
the extra
argue for
die.
another die? Okay.
Take it. Yes. No. Happily, I would like that.
Double check what happens if you land the exact number.
Oh, exact number
City
is
critter.
interesting. You are a
Oh.
city critter. You succeed and you get special insight into what's going on. So you are making this speech. As you're making this speech, not only are the like folks around you are resonating, you get a picture of what everybody is doing. It's almost like you like as you're speaking, because this speech is not necessarily like something you have to force or think your way through. It's just coming out of you. You're also able to like zoom out and get a good look at the big picture. You see Mim making Molotov cocktails. You see the like this, you hear the sound system like playing the recording over and over again. You see people starting to shift into their forms and start chewing down the cords of the lights and like dimming the place. You're seeing that like your speech is working as it's happening. So you're getting this vibe that right now this is the moment. You also notice something very peculiar, and this is where that second complication is going to come into play, and it sounds silly, but you don't understand. You smell peanut butter in the air. Strongest scent of peanut butter. It's not what Mim had behind the bar. That's not on the snack table. It's new. And it's all around. It's everywhere. But you see that your speech ends. Everybody's riled up. People are like shifting and ready for action. The sirens are getting louder. And you know that right now, everybody's absolutely on board and ready to do whatever it takes to make sure that this building stays up tonight, tomorrow night, forever.
I think she gets up in human form. She turns slowly to Bram. She's like, in case we die tonight, I just want you to know you're very cute and I'd like to go on a date with you. Also, my girlfriend really likes you too. If you don't want to go out with both of us, that's fine. For just us individually, that's just a thought. And she walks over to Grace and she's like, did you happen to bring any like peanut butter related stuff as part of the food you were giving out earlier today?
Yeah, Grace is in pigeon form, but she's like standing on top of a
Hidden
manga,
one.
so she cocks her head. It's like, no,
Do you have any idea?
no peanut
'Cause
butter.
we have folks with allergies here, so we probably wouldn't do some peanut butter for some folks, right? Just to be safe.
No.
No, it's nothing severe, but like the folks don't want to deal with hives and stuff like that when they're like.
There's
I
a
think-
small
trying to
amount, but
relax.
it's labeled and off to the side.
That's true.
I think, is it Grace's like pigeon eyes go big, and I think she, in addition to like leaving like bread and stuff,
Mhm.
she steals traps
Yeah.
and put peanut butter in those traps. It's no good.
Yeah.
And
There's
like,
there's peanut butter, Grace. You can tell that there are traps. You know plenty about this. But there have been traps set up all around the outside perimeter of this place filled with peanut butter. And in your critter form, maybe some of you in your human form, peanut butter is a big weakness. It might just tempt some of you. So that's gonna be an obstacle.
yeah.
And that is thanks to our wonderful donators who donated to get us to 2,500. There will be peanut butter.
I think Grace doesn't have that much of a filter, so she like will turn into human form. It's like, everybody don't eat the peanut butter. Peanut butter is bad. Poison. Yeah.
Okay, can you give me a concrete roll to because you're kind of trying to convince them that it's like poison, not necessarily.
No,
Mhm.
she doesn't. She does not.
Okay.
She rolled a 2. She has a 4 in critter, so no, she does not.
She does not.
Yeah.
Like people have already shifted. They're already like at the border, like ready to like like strike and take action. like you even hear one squirrel be like, how can peanut butter be bad? What are they talking about? Peanut butter's always good. I love peanut butter. Yeah, peanut butter's great. In fact, speaking of which, do you smell some peanut butter? I know we're like ready to fight, but like there's peanut butter. And the sirens are getting louder. And we have time for one more action or collaborative action before they get here. It's okay if you don't want to do anything.
I think that Bram is still taken aback by that exit on Allie's part. And I think the peanut butter has gone completely over their head. They have kind of just been sitting there with their mouth open, and they eventually reach across the bar towards like Mims's direction. And you know that Bram like doesn't ever usually drink, just goes, "Can you make me a gin and tonic, Mims?"
Yeah, pronto.
Thank you.
Yeah, they immediately get on it, and you can kind of see their eyes just like drifting away, like closing a little bit, sniffing real deep, like really just breathing in the peanut butter smell, and then they like snap out of it. So I have a connection to the Service Workers Guild, so people who work at bars and hospitality.
Yes.
Can I take out some incense and light it so that it doesn't smell like peanut butter in here anymore, so that people aren't tempted?
Get me a 2 dice roll. Absolutely. Love that.
I've never tried to get rid of peanut butter before. This is a very new experience.
I know.
For me
I get rid of
personally.
it all the time, but you know, this
Not
way.
the smell
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
One of my best friends is like super allergic to it, but not me.
My
What do
partner
we
works-
get, Mim? What do we do?
I got a 5/4.
a 5/4. On 2 dice? Did you get?
I got a
One
2 on the
success-
other one.
So 1 success, 5/4. Got it. Understood. Okay. I'm gonna say core group, everybody in this like party on this call here, you're solid. You smell the incense, you get a whiff of it. It doesn't mesh well with the smell of peanut butter, kind of ruins the whole vibe. It doesn't smell great. You're no longer interested in the peanut butter. That's not going to be a problem for you. There are, however, some people who are still a little bit tempted. And this is when the trucks really pull up. It is a service vehicle with one of those extendable ladders, and another truck with a demolition ball. And they're accompanied by 2 very silly cop cars, the ones that are like, like really short little clown car
Smart
looking
cars.
things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, smart car police officers, very silly. Very, very silly.
Yeah, the clean
But
up,
do
the
they
clean,
pull up with the mounted
They look
unit?
very silly in them.
the
We
clean
can
energy
unionize
the
initiative.
horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, the clean
So-
energy initiative that
Mm.
for some reason the mayor's cousin got the contract for.
Yeah.
$80 million, and we only got 2 cars.
Oh yeah. Exactly.
I would
Yeah.
love to run out
Get
into the
subway
road.
fare still going.
Mm-hmm.
Go on because because one of my connections is millennial moms. I'm going to go on Instagram Live, lay down on the street, and start singing "Which Side Are You On" by Paul Sear. Pretty much like rallying the power of like chronically online parents to harass the mayor's office.
What if
Oh
your
my
kid is a
God.
shifter?
All right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Just have pictures of like sad, all of the animals looking very sad.
Yeah, just like okay,
Mhm.
yeah. Please roll.
I rally the cutest ones to me.
Please give me a I'm gonna say a concrete roll, but I want you to take another die because I think you're using inherently your critter like understanding and personality as well. So I want you to take 2 at least.
Okay,
If you
cool.
have an argument for a third, you can take it, but 2 at the least.
I think I'm gonna try to argue first he's here just because as a former boy band member,
Oh my god.
there are
Okay.
a number of Facebook pages
Uh-huh. Okay.
dedicated to the band
Mhm.
and a lot of trans allies who are trying too hard. So they really act like I was their favorite the entire time when it
Yeah,
isn't, and
we've
that's fine.
loved
It's
We've
the parents that go
always
to
been
Pride.
supportive.
Just
Exactly.
like
I liked Rays before they were cool. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
She's
the moms
awesome
with
now,
the
but
free mom hug T-shirts at
I was
Yes,
Pride.
thinking
exactly,
that.
exactly. That is my audience.
No.
This
Those
is
are
my
my
mother.
people.
Okay.
This is my mom. If she
They
had lived
have
longer,
like
this
Shut
would have
they
up.
have
been my
like
mom.
T-shirts with your face on it.
Mhm.
Bless her.
Oh,
Bless
100%.
her.
Aw.
We're all right. Roll me 3. You got 3.
Yes.
You
Okay.
have 3.
So this is concrete,
It's a
correct?
concrete roll.
Okay. All right. 4, 5, 6.
So you want to be above your number.
Oof, that is only above my number. That is only 1 success.
Only 1 success. Okay. All right. So this messaging is clearly mixed in
It's
its
very
reception.
confusing, yes.
It's very confusing. Also, like Jennifer's body style. There are like a bunch of like little critters like surrounding you. Like so, like the appearance. Like while it would be cute if you knew the context, is a little bit like people are like, oh my god, are we? This is the apocalypse.
Is she
This
safe?
this is the
a-
happening. And so some people are a little off put by that. But there is one super fan in the audience. One single super fan. And she has the power of several Karens. She is she's got the uneven bob, long in the front, short in the back. She's in her divorcee knit sweater. And she got up to some shenanigans at your concerts back before.
Oh yeah.
She knew, and this awoke that for her.
Claudia Sanderson, my queen.
Yeah.
Multiple fist fights. She was moshing at a pop concert.
Security
No one
had a
does.
photo
Was
of her in their
back in
trailer.
time. Do you know like 1985? That song is playing in the background in her head. Like she's reliving her youth and seeing you there. And the like the demolition team like starts to rev up their engines, like get into position and stuff. And she like walks up like I don't think you understand what you're doing right now. I'm sorry, do you know what that is? Do you know? Do you understand who you are approaching with your big tough machines? Do you get how absolutely devastating this would be if, I don't know, the mayor were to see what you are doing? And she starts filming. She's like, do you think he would like it? I don't think he would. And she's just like, no, I don't. And like the people in the crowd are like, all right, like, lady. Like some of them are not, like, they did not sign on for this level of intensity. But there's also a portion that are getting a little like of a contact hype from her energy. They're like, yeah. What do you think? And they start taking out their phones too, and they're like, what are you doing? And there's these cute little animals. We don't know who that is, but you seem to feel very passionately about it. She's like, yeah. You don't want to see what's going to happen if you mess with them. And there's a lull. The guys on the machines are like, yeah, okay. You got it, lady. Don't film me, I guess. We're just doing our job here. And they start to click the machines forward. Anybody else want to do anything? Bram.
I would love to mobilize some other folks that have like claws that can hold things like without your movement being impeded. So like other birds or raccoons with some pointy objects from the trinkets pile. And I would like to mobilize this to just start poking holes in tires in our critter forms.
Oh, fantastic. Give me a critter roll for this. I would say give me at least 2 dice because the connection is to the critter club where you have all of the access to all these sharp objects. And we're going to say this is happening like simultaneously while Karen is making
I would like to utilize that distraction and just kind of hand it out like, here, you get a screwdriver, you get a box cutter.
Yes, do that. Grace and Mim. Grace, Mim, and Allie. Anything you want to be doing simultaneously as well? Because we do have a speech happening.
I've never been so excited to roll snake eyes until now.
Oh my god. Perfect. Is that's under your number, right?
My number is a 2 and I snake eyed it. Yeah.
Amazing.
Wow.
Nice.
I'm taking a picture of the only good snake eyes of my life.
Okay. So we get 2 successes on arming the critters to pop tires.
Have my critters already thrown their Molotov cocktails?
Give me, for the collective, I want you to give me a concrete roll for how well the Molotov cocktails were set up.
Okay.
That's not a skill most critters have.
It's also not a skill most GMs get to call a check for either. How well was the Molotov cocktail
Tell me
prepared?
how well your Molotov cocktails were put together. Was the ratio of alcohol to cloth good?
I got 1 6 and 1 3, so single success.
Single success for
but
the
I have
Molotovs.
I have a backup.
Okay.
A loud one.
Well, let me hear.
Did the police bring dogs with them?
Do you want them to have brought dogs with them?
Are any of the people that are arming these machines, are any of them afraid of dogs? Are there any allergies to cats in any way?
We are full of allergies.
Okay, you're asking me so many questions. Hold on. Yes.
Okay.
To the cats question.
So I have a connection because I like to create chaos as a squirrel.
Okay.
To the coven of cats in the city. They roam as a giant band of cats, some of which can work Puss in Boots style magic by looking up very delicately and forcing people to give them things.
Yeah.
They're really good at causing mass amounts of chaos, and I would like to invite them to come and use their claws and their feline wiles to assist us in our problem.
How do you invite them?
I think that like some of them might have like been on their way to the party because they know it's like an animal friendly area. And whenever I'm a squirrel, I like can't shut up about my job because I'm just like, whenever I'm a squirrel, I'm like blah 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 human stuff, and whenever I'm a human, I'm like blah 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 squirrel stuff.
Yes.
So I think that it's word of mouth that I've like.
Okay, so they were on their way, and it's just gonna be like serendipitous that they show up. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Give me that roll.
So this is under my number because it's a critter roll.
It's a critter roll.
Okay, I got 1 failure because I got a 6, but I got a 2.
Excellent. Okay. Allie, Grace. Any additional plans?
I have an idea. If before the Molotov cocktails get thrown at these things, Grace, I think, is gonna try and mobilize some of the little critters with like the little gnawing teeth, like the rabbits and a few of the squirrels
Mm-hmm.
and a few of the sneakier ones. And we're gonna go, we're gonna try and sneak underneath. I'll show them where the little knobble gas lines are on these things.
Ooh, okay. That sounds like a human skill to me, or knowing like about gas lines and stuff. So I'm gonna say a concrete
Oh boy, come on.
role for that. It's also
Do I-
educate. Yeah,
Do I have anything?
yeah. Tell me if you got any connections to grab.
I am only friends with the crows. The crows do not have gnawing teeth.
Crows have poking beaks.
Oh yeah, I guess they do. They could.
I'll give you that.
They
I'll
can
give you a
use
second
tools.
die.
Can they use? They can use. They are avid tool users.
They can
so
use
just
tools.
little
Absolutely.
knives,
I'll give you at
knives in
least
their little
two.
beaks.
Their talons are pretty sharp too.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
arguing about what. Let's just take a moment to acknowledge we're arguing in a game about being able to have crows aid us in blockading an eviction moment.
Crows
This is
are really
TTRPGs,
smart,
folks.
okay? And
They're
so
so
are
smart.
squirrels.
Crows
No,
are for
this isn't
community.
sarcasm. This is appreciation for this is what we get to do on a Friday. This is something we just get
That's
to do.
great. Yeah.
5. So that's one above Grace's number.
Which is what we wanted. Okay, good. Okay. So, Allie, what would you like to be doing?
I haven't done a lot of critter things, so I want to try. I have a thought.
Okay.
Are any of the folks, because this is a real thing that happens at some moments, are any of the folks currently on the machines shifters as well, who are like, this will ruin it for some folks, but I have mine. That's okay. I'll be safe. I'll be
Mass
good.
Traders.
Hang on.
No.
I
I'm
was gonna
rolling for
ask
it.
at one point, do we have any? I forget what the word is for like the folks who cross the picket lines. Is it scabies? I can't remember.
Scabs.
I think that's
Scabs.
that's scabs. I knew it was something
I'm
Yeah.
rolling
like that.
for it.
How dare they?
High, we have no scabs. Low, we have a scab. It's a 2.
Okay.
So,
So
you get a look at there's a gal who is manning the wrecking ball, and very distinct that you've seen her out in the park, by the way, eating those free donuts and muffins and stuff that have been left in the bushes as goodwill for all the critters. Now doing the thing.
I will like scamper and scurry up to her, like right next to her, and the wrecking ball like spot where she's manning it. And I'm just gonna look at her straight in the face. So it's gonna be kind of terrifying that a mildly tipsy raccoon is suddenly appearing on the side of a spot where you're trying to man a wrecking ball. But I'm just gonna stare at her, and because I know that she can understand me even as a critter. I know
Yeah.
that's a thing she can understand because she's also a
Yeah.
shifter. I want you to know right now that you may very well succeed in kicking me and a bunch of my friends out of the city. I know that a lot of this world doesn't give a shit about me and a lot of people like me. But I want you to also remember this, that if you go through with this, I'll find a way to survive. But you'll have to live with that thought of what you've done for the rest of your life. You really want to live with that on your conscience. By the way, you're also really cute. I don't think I've ever mentioned that before. You're very cute.
The whiplash of that. I would like you to make a roll with 3 dice. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a critters roll, because you're communicating to this person that you know that she's also a critter just like you, and that she is acting against her own best interests to try to maintain her proximity to privilege, and you are calling that out to her right now. I would like you to take 3 because 1 is given, 2 because of your connection to being one of the critters, but also the 3rd is because you just tapped into the real life core issue of what we're raising money for, and some of the things that are really hindering some of our progress. And I think that was just a beautiful little thing you tapped into. So
Sadly, much like our real life problems, it doesn't always work out in
Yeah.
our favor. That's a 6 of 4 and a 4, so that's no success.
No successes?
No. God has a sense of humor, and the sense of humor is cruel.
All right. I mean,
You know what? Look, there are brown ice agents. I've long learned to accept
Yeah,
that there are people who are willing to
she-
see me die.
she is like, I'm gonna be on like an anti squirrel podcast next week. So like this is like not your problem. This is not my problem at all. I'm getting paid.
Okay, I hope you
and
like being
she'll-
on fire. It's gonna suck that your hair is gonna be on fire. Good luck.
This bitch.
I didn't want to be
Ate
the
my
person to
food.
say that,
Ate
but
the
I'll
snacks. Ate my
say it.
snacks. How dare you?
That
but
right
he made
there.
my motherfucking snacks too.
Man,
That
I
right
was
there.
like so ready for that to be a slam dunk,
No,
but
No.
I
he
remember.
turns the gear on. The gear shifts. The engine revs, and the mechanism that's holding the wrecking ball moves. But as it tries to move closer to the building, you hear this sound as all of the air has been drained out from the tires of this vehicle, and it just goes as it like lurches forward but does not actually move. And so now she's stuck in this awkward position where she like just basically told you off and was like, whatever, I'm getting my money. And then like it's just stuck there. At the same time, the Molotov cocktails go flying through the air from out. They've like, your Mims crowd has gone up to like the 3rd or 4th floor to get a height from above. The Molotov cocktails go down. Not all of them go off. I know we had a partial success there, but enough to certainly freak people out. And we have Karen filming all of this. Grace, can you remind me, what did Grace do? Grace
Cut the fuel lines to those Molotovs.
cut the
are probably
fuel-
very, very, very.
cut the fuel lines. That's right. So the Molotov cocktails that do go off start a chain reaction. All of these vehicles go up into flames, and Karen is filming the whole thing, and she turns the camera to herself and she's like, got you in the frame. She's, do you see what happens? They don't know who they're messing with here. This is our city, and if we want to have critters in it, we will. And that's all. Honestly, embarrassing. Look at them. And she like turns the camera back to the police. And it's just like humiliating. Terrible. Look at them. And she's an awakened Karen Alley. I see your message. She has come to life.
She's using her Karen powers for good.
She's using
That's
her Karen
right.
powers
Yes,
for
that's right.
good,
Yep.
Ruiz.
Yes,
yeah,
she is. Yes.
exactly. And the officers turn and go. They're in kind of they can't even like take all of their machinery with them because of the busted tires. So some of the drivers of the machinery have to get stuffed into those like little 2-person seater smart car cop cars. So they're like stuffed in there and they have to drive away in shame, like pressed up against the window, like all dehumanized and it's awful. Karen gets it on all on film. And the only thing left to deal with as like everything gets quiet as they drive away is that some of the critters did actually get into the peanut butter and are stuck in traps right now. So like as everything gets quiet and like there's a couple of critters who are just like okay, help though. I don't know, would we want to do something about that?
I think now that there's no imminent danger, we should go around and help everyone out. Maybe we can get some jars of peanut butter that are not traps when it's all over.
Yes. I think everybody can make me a roll of their choice. 1 die. Pick your favorite. Critter or concrete. And tell me what it is. And just tell me if you succeed. No, Allie. My poor
Nope.
Allie. I'm sorry.
She tried to flirt with a bakery, a gal at a bakery shop to give out peanut butter. It does not work
tonight.
The peanut butter isn't poisoned; it's just sticky.
No,
right?
it's just sticky,
Okay,
and
sticky, good.
it's in like traps. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those like humane traps with like the doors
Humane
like,
traps.
shut behind
Yes,
them.
yes.
Yeah.
It's not like no.
Okay, good.
No, not a.
I rolled my number.
Exactly.
I'm a city critter.
Okay. What did everybody else get? You rolled your number.
I rolled my critter because my chaos squirrel is going to try and munch people out of the traps, and I rolled a 2. So
Okay. Grace,
I
what did
failed.
you get? You failed.
I failed.
Wait, you failed. Allie failed. Mim failed. Grace?
Grace,
No,
Grace
no.
got I rolled critter. I got underneath. So I
Oh
think.
no, Mim, you succeeded.
Yeah.
Okay, you succeeded. Sorry. You succeeded. Grace, you succeeded.
Mhm.
Okay. And Grace? What were you doing?
I think Grace is just gonna try and like just this isn't there's no reason, but I think her idea is just to kind of just like just pour water on the peanut butter and hope that it works. I mean, it's more instinctual. It's like, you know what, this will wash it away, sort of thing.
Okay. So, Mim, you like eat away at some of the peanut butter in the traps. It's delicious and it works. Grace, you get people, the peanut butter to be less sticky by getting it wet. It works. All the critters get free. I'm sorry, Ruiz, what was your character's name again?
Reyes.
Okay. Reyes, you are kind of helping people get out of these traps as you do.
Yeah, I think that
oh god.
I know what the city government spends money on, and it's definitely not these traps. So I just like get a brick and like smack the side of the trap like at an angle, and the whole thing just falls. It like literally unfolds.
Yeah, collapses. You're able to do that to as many as you like, but because you rolled exactly your number, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get a special insight. You, as you are doing this, you hear something. You hear the familiar sounds of unpopular DJ nearby spinning. And he gets on the mic and goes, shout out to Reyes for getting me this gig. Honestly, wouldn't know where I would be without him. Party on. And like the beat drops And I think that is where we will end our little session. Allie, I was going to actually ask if you would like a last word here.
I think she's in a mild stupor because you shouldn't have like 4 or 5 drinks worth of Kahlua
Sure.
in a very quick capacity, whether
shouldn't,
as
yeah.
human or raccoon.
Yeah.
I think she just goes over to Bram and she's just basically says, "So I know a place that has good pernil, and if you're more of like vegetarian, they also have vegetarian like arroz con gandules and stuff. Just a thought."
Considering we didn't die? Yeah, sure.
Oh my god, you said yes. This is the happiest moment of my life. Wait, did I say that out loud?
Let's take
Okay.
it down.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
sure
sorry.
it's
I'm being a
not.
lot. I'm being a lot right now. Thank you. Still friends.
It can be a really happy moment, just probably not the happiest moment in your life. If this food is as good as it sounds, that might be the happiest moment of mine.
Checked. There's an abuelita who's the main chef for the place.
You already know.
Yeah,
As
that's
this
it.
conversation continues, the music being played by our mediocre DJ gets louder and louder. The lights are rehooked up, and the building comes back to life. The party resumes. We live another day. We survive. We persevere. We are critters. And that was our game of Critters in Concrete. An absolutely beautiful game that was made for the Winter Werewolves Jam by Emily Conklin. Runningdog.itch.io to get the game. It's inexpensive. It's 2 pages. It's a really easy game to learn. Please consider getting it and playing it. It's so good. These are beautiful, wonderful players. This is TransCon. It's a wonderful pursuit that TTRP Gifts has put together for all of us. We've raised $2,524.06 of this $3,000 goal. We're gonna get there. There's so many other games coming up. I don't know which one's next. Does anybody know what the next one is so I could say? But in the meantime, I'm Dylan, Super Dylan on the internet. Can we do a little backwards ring around? Ruiz, can you just remind everybody who you are and where to find you?
Yeah, I've been released on Twitter at Kukujeru, KUKUXERU.
And Gremlin, my love.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn. You can find me at Gremlin Art, pretty much any place, like all those places have art stuff. So like, right there.
Angela, darling.
Hello there, lovely people. My name is Angela Lemos Mogrovejo. I use she, her pronouns, and I've been your fantastic bisexual polyam chaos mess raccoon. You can find me over being the creative director for Girls Write These Worlds, who's going to have their second zine ever published, ideally next week, actually. So,
Oh my
and
god,
it's going to
that's
be
so
on the
cool.
topic of legacies. And our following one that we are going to have the link for that soon up is going to be, of course, on Pride, because fuck cis normative heteronormativity bullshit.
Fuck that. Yeah, absolutely. Max, beloved.
Hi, I'm Max. You can find me anywhere that I want you to find me on the internet at Arcane Goth. Right now, you can find me on Mondays at Take Your Role. I run a BIPOC-led dual system and dual cast campaign where vampires are versing vampire hunters. You can also find me on some stuff coming out with Apochromatic Unlimited, with some Court of Blades, maybe some other things coming out pre-recorded soon.
Hell yeah. And Candace, dear.
Hi, I'm Candace, pronouns they, she. You can find me at that Candace Girl, Candace, on Twitter, at Candace Magnificent, pretty much everywhere else. I am over at 12 Sided Stories on Tuesday nights doing Midnight Judges, a cyberpunk show. Then on Wednesdays on their Spotify
yeah.
doing Bookhound Bounty Hunters, which is a narrative podcast. And then also on Wednesdays, you can find me over at Bad House doing a completely different and far gayer cyberpunk game. So pick your poison.
Yes. And all our links are in the chat. Please go check out these wonderful performers, put them in your things, work with them, fundraise for them. This is not just about we want to elevate assistance for trans healthcare and support systems and things. And we also want all of these beautiful and wonderful trans performers to get more work and visibility and to build their platforms in this space. So do that as well. And a big thank you to Ttrpg Gifts for putting this together, the organizing, the work, the reach, the everything. Amazing for you to share your platform with us tonight. Thank you to everyone who donated. We love you. We adore you. I think we are out. Goodbye. Mwah. Rest up.